Good morning. It is time for your daily update. It is Thursday, July 21st, 2022, and it is currently 6:06 a.m. Okay? So, let's see. Let's go right into International Day. National Junk Food Day. This gets worse and worse. It's all junk food, man. Belgium Independence Day. I'm not in Belgium. Comic-Con. Delayed adulthood. Guam Liberation Day. Wasn't there a guy who said if everybody in Guam would never mind. Invite an alien to live with you day. Legal drinking age day. Oh, jeez. National Be Someone Day. As if you were nobody to start, right? National Craft for Your Local Shelters Day. All right, I can get behind that one. All right, we can get behind that one. National Day of Prayer, Reflection, and Thanksgiving in Montserrat. I have no idea what that is. National Lamington Day. I have no idea what snack that is. No Pet Store Puppies Day. Now I can get behind this. All right. Racial Harmony Day. Every time I think the IQ goes up, it just drops another couple of points, man. National Take a Monkey to Lunch Day. Okay. Robin Williams' birthday. Now that's a sad thing. He was so talented and so funny. All right, let's see. Our daily Zen poem. Okay, all right, let's see. Oh, it's a long one. All the holy ones have turned within and sought the self, and by this went beyond all doubt. To turn within means all the 24 hours and in every situation, to pierce one by one through the layers covering the self deeper and deeper to a place that cannot be described. It is when thinking comes to an end and making distinctions ceases, when wrong views and ideas disappear of themselves without having to be driven forth, then without being sought, the true action and the true impulse appear of themselves. It is when one can know the truth of the heart. That's Daioku from 1213 to 1279. I really like that. I really, really like that. That's an interesting thing to think about, especially from a guy who meditates every day. There is a point when you meditate that everything just falls away and you just are completely in that moment, and sometimes you're happy, sometimes you cry, sometimes who knows. But yeah, I think that links right into our message of the day, which is think for yourself. Okay? Think for yourself means if what you're seeing and what they're saying don't match, think for yourself. Okay? Don't listen to what everybody else is saying. When they go, oh, but we're going to do your own research, go to multiple sources, think for yourself. 99% of the times, your senses are going to give you the information you need rather than a computer, the news, which is not even news anymore. It's just garbage. And everything that you really need to understand, just use your five senses. And it would help if you had a little thinking skills and common sense. You need to have common sense. It's now a superpower, so if you have it, do yourself a favor, use it, but don't tell anybody you got it, because the minute you start thinking and you start explaining this to people, oh boy. It's like arguing with farm animals. You're not going to get anywhere. You just stop talking. Talk to only people who are like-minded, people who are going to share your values. Talk to people who are going to tell you no and cause you to think, and maybe you can cause them to think. And you're not going to hate each other at the end. That's the way we make a civilized society. All right, let's see. The Daily Rune Poll. Hang on. It's not backwards for you. That is the symbol of strength. It's orach. It was an ox a long time ago. See where we got it. We got 90. Hang on. Okay. A rune of termination and new beginnings, drawing Orak, indicates the life you have been living has outgrown its form, and this form must die so that life energy can be released in a new birth in a new form. It's part of the cycle of initiation. Remember that growth and change may involve passage to darkness and part of that perpetual renewal. In nature, the progression exists of 5 parts: death, decay, fertilization, gestation, rebirth. As a trained biologist before they weren't training people in science anymore, yes, that's exactly what I learned in biology and ecology. Events occurring now may well prompt you to undergo a death within yourself. Since self-change is never coerced, you're always free to resist it. You have to remain mindful the new form is better than the old form. You may have to prepare for opportunity disguised as loss. You might lose someone or something that is an intense emotional bond and through which you are living a part of your life. You need to retrieve that part for yourself so you can live it for you. Okay? So that bond may be changed. It may be severed, a relationship changed, a death experience. You need to look at what at the end of that and find new strength and new perspective. The original symbol for Odas was the auroch, a wild ox, and when that ox was domesticated, which was a nearly impossible task, it could transport extremely heavy loads. Learn to adapt yourself to the demands of such a creative time. Firm principles attached to this rune, and at the same time, humility is called for, since in order to rule, you have to learn how to serve. The rune puts you on notice that your soul and the universe support the new growth. Wasn't that nice, given the poem we read today and what's going on? All right. Hang on. Obligatory case overview. So let's see. What have I been doing in the last 24 hours? And what have I been listening to? I've, oddly enough, Jeremiah Babe and Appalachia's Homestead seem to be having the same conversations. You know, they're kind of interlinked lately. The first was Patera was talking about people going shopping alone and how it's getting a little strange out there and people are acting oddly. And so she advised specifically the ladies not to go shopping alone and to get your head out of your phone. Okay. Now, Jeremiah Babe said the exact same thing. What he said is watching people walk around with their head and they're down on their phone again. And he said, and that makes you ripe for people who aren't thinking nice things to do nasty things. And my thought on it was, okay, I think people are scared. And I think what's going on is they bury their heads in their phone for infinite dopamine hits. And that way, when they're looking down at their phone, they don't have to look across to the other person. Because they are now at the point where instead of looking across at another person and smiling and going, hi, how are you? They're going, I have no idea what you're doing. I have no idea what you're thinking. Are you going to hurt me? It's a fear-based reaction. It's digital ostrich head in sand, right? So the only time I ever walk around with my phone out is one of two things. Number one, am I taking a picture? That seems to be okay because you're in that moment. The other one is, believe it or not, my grocery list is on my phone. So I put it in the cart and I go do what I need to do. But other than that, I really don't look at it. I don't check it. It sits in my back pocket. If it rings while I'm at work, I simply can't answer it because of what I'm doing for a living. So everything's just going to have to wait. Either text me or send me a voicemail, during working hours. That's all I can say. But these conversations seem to be around the same type of thing, which is people are scared, people are upset, people are nervous, people are on edge. And so people that are on edge are not going to do nice things. So you want to think about the person across from you without saying, I don't know who you are, I don't trust you, I don't whatever. But at least use a critical eye, I think, and say to yourself, you know what? I don't know what they're going to do. I don't know how they're going to react. Okay. Now, sometimes, in the old Mark Twain, it's better to keep your mouth shut if you're a fool rather than open it and remove all doubt. One of the other things that I was noticing between a couple of other of these creators, okay, online, is that when people start spouting nonsense, it's almost like we have this thing that we want to just jump in, and we want to either help them, or we want to talk to them, or we want to kind of help them shape their thoughts, or you want to ask more questions like, why do you think this? What did you see? Okay. I'm going to advise everybody from my personal perspective, you do what you want, all good and groovy. Stop talking. Just stop talking. When somebody starts spitting out nonsense, garbage, unscientific junk that they saw on CNN or wherever they got it from, don't talk. The only words you should say are, excuse me a moment, and walk away. That's it. That's it. Excuse me for a moment and walk away. Let them have it. Just let them do whatever it is they're going to do. One of the things I learned very early on before all this was, don't educate or correct, turn the key and go. And you know what? I got in a lot of trouble. I damaged relationship trying to set, holding a biology textbook up and going, no, that's not how things work. Holding up a philosophy textbook. No, that's not what he said. Here's the book. And people just screamed at me. And they yelled. And they called me nasty little names. And I don't really care if anybody calls me nasty little names, because it's just a word, who cares? And I'm just watching people get dumber, more afraid, acting irrationally, and holding irrational beliefs. And that scares me to tears, because it means that your civilization is just going to implode. I mean, I already got as far out of the system as I could possibly get, and I know I'm still not far enough away. You have to start thinking about your personal safety. And I don't mean being so risk averse, which is where we are now, that you're going to wear Band-Aids in case you cut yourself, or you're going to staple the shade shut just in case a breeze comes in. No. Use some situational awareness. Yes, you have to look inside. That's what the poem said today. And yes, you need to look outside. You need to take care of you. And if you're with a group of people that you care about each other, look out for each other. Keep an eye on each other, because you never know what's coming down the road, okay? And if you're alone, you are responsible for your taking care of things. Try, if you're nervous about this, or you're older, or try not to go anywhere alone just for a little while, because you know what? There's another shoe, my opinion, there's another shoe that's going to drop, and they're going to make up another problem. And then they're going to try to control you through their made-up problem again. And about, I would say, a little greater than 70% of the people are just going to zombify and do what they're told. I think you guys figured out I'm not a do-as-you're-told kind of guy. I'm a do-what-I-think kind of guy. And that's what I advise everybody to do. Please think. Think about what's going on. Think about what you're seeing around you. Use your senses to tell you what's happening. Okay? Use all of your senses to help you make the best decisions for you. Because let me tell you something. The guy next to you isn't making decisions for you. And if they are, you should get that control right back. You decide for you. You decide what's right for you. That's individual choice. So, what I need you to do is think about that. Take care of yourselves. Take care of those that you love. And if you're dealing with a nut, excuse me a moment. Turn around, walk right behind me. Go away. You can't argue with crazy or stupid. So please don't try. Other than that, all I can say is, my plan for the day is I go to work. And Thursdays are a little slow, so who knows what that means. A couple of our houseboats are going out for today and tomorrow, so that gives me a little something to do. And if I'm on the big boat or the little boat, then I'm on the big boat or the little boat. But I'm sure that they'll find something to keep me busy. But until tomorrow, thank you very much, and take care of you.